Well, fuck it.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go live, fellas. So let's jump on in. All right, and we're live, fellas. Now we got to stream the channel so that we get some views, but we are live.
Nice. What's
So
up, everyone? Welcome to the show.
welcome, welcome. Technically episode 2, right? We've been away for a week or so, very busy. Crypto season is upon us. The markets are going a little bit crazy. Um, Legislation governance is in full swing. Uh, Project Catalyst and such funds are in full swing. There's just a whole lot going on right now. Never mind some of the stuff that we're prepping for Rare Evo that we'll talk about. Anyway, I thought we would start here by doing our quick little introductions. Last time we didn't really take that much time at the beginning to say, hey, what's up to everybody? So I'll toss the camera around. My name is Rod. Rodrigo is my full name. I go by Rod here in Web3. I am the co-founder of DRMZ Stake Pool, and we're going to be at Rare Evo, so looking forward to meeting folks there. We support and decentralize the network. We focus on Web3 education, and it's a lot of fun. Tossing it over here to Polly.
Yeah, what's going on, Rod? Appreciate you, buddy. I'm Polly TV, known on these socials. Good to see anybody that's popping in now. We did go live. I was just trying to correct it because I misspelled something, but that's okay. We're getting ourselves going here. Really interesting time right now with crypto in general, particularly in some of the uh, you know uh, communities that we're engaged in, Cardano, VeChain. We got some cool things coming up with Rare Evo, obviously, next week, which we're going to touch on a little later. Big news in the crypto world as far as, regulation, obviously, in the last couple of weeks. Big partnerships announced in some of these chains. I know there's some things that Razo wants to touch on later, amongst some other things like TA, and we're going to go over some governance, talk about the VBetter DAO. So looking forward to really, digging into that stuff and talking about some of the cool things that are going on. And yeah, just looking forward to it, man.
Heck yeah, let's toss the mic over to Razo.
What up, everyone? I'm Russell, and I'm a chartist. I'm obsessed with charts. I draw lines on charts all day. That's all I do. It's almost like tarot reading, but with the charts. So we're looking at instead of the stars, we're looking at the charts, and we come up with crazy predictions and see if we get it right. It's not financial advice, but we can get some readings. What do you guys think? I was thinking that maybe if people want me to do one of their charts, it would be like $10 per chart. Way to make money. We'll make it. It's like a tarot reading, right? It's like We'll try to see the stars for you guys. So I'm here for that, just to throw you guys some lines, some TA, some quick TA, and I'm here just to get crazy and to talk about this crazy world. I'm mostly obsessed with the topics all about money. I have my own channel called Bad Money, like it says right here. See, Bad Money. Get out of bad money, because I have this weird idea about good money, and I think that people, they're in crypto especially, are actually my audience, because you guys actually understand what I'm talking about. You guys see where the world is going and where we're at and where we came from. So I'm just here to get all rage against the machine on you guys and talk about money and how it affects us in all the ways, and hopefully to get the crypto people to think about these things. And because I think that crypto allows all of us to like reimagine our economical systems. Like, this is not just to make money, or I don't know. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to fucking to to for an update. I think it's obvious to me that we need an update. We have all these fucking analog governments trying to rule this free and digital world. I just think it's time for an update, and that's why I'm here. What's up?
Let's go. And my name is Rod, and I'm here to party. My name is Rod, and I party. No, only I party. Yeah. Oh man. Well, where do we start, guys? I think I would like to at some point dive into some Project Catalyst. At some point, talk a little Rare Evo. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's coming up in just a week. But maybe we start a little spicy with the crypto markets. We talk ongoings. What do you guys think? Where should we begin?
Well,
Yeah. Well, I know Razzo, you know, there's some things going on that you were really interested in touching on. I say, let's just get right into it, man.
Dive in.
well, I wanted to get your thoughts, Rod, on well, me and you, we met through Ada Cardano, which for me is the closest thing to what I think good money is. I don't think Cardano has made it all the way to where I'm taking it or where I think crypto should be, because we're still sort of trying to do what money does. We're just trying to be like money 2.0. And yeah, it's way better because you can decentralize power, right? But anyways, but we're here because of Cardano. And Cardano doesn't have this stable coin now, USDC. There's been a lot of controversy about it. Like, why doesn't Cardano have USDC? And I'm super rage against the machine. I kind of think that USDC is dirty. And I know it's dirty because I don't know about our audience, but BlackRock owns like half of the world, and they're sort of connected to a lot of things that are wrong with the world, right? But they're here and they're in crypto, and they're working with Circle, who is the ones that are doing USDC, and they're also connected with Coinbase, right? So they're all sort of just in this nice little money pile. And to me, the stable coin is going to be like the petrodollar of the future. So, and these people are already here. Like, we like to think of Bitcoin and Ethereum as decentralized, but they're not fucking decentralized. How are they decentralized when like Chase owns MetaMask? Like, they have all the control of the on ramps and off ramps.
You're catching some fire already, Razzo. People gonna come at you like, "What did you just say about my chain?"
But yeah, they don't want it in ADA. They don't want it in XRP and other coins. And I'm wondering, why are they gonna get? Because they're passing all this regulations, right? And pretty much the only stable coin that meets that is USDC. Like, I could see a scenario in the future where they go after Tether, and it's already in the legal language of the
When
genius.
you say it meets that, are you talking about the ability to freeze assets and do all that whole thing?
Well, that's why they say that they don't want it in Cardano, but I think it's just a bullshit excuse. I don't think that's real.
Well, no. I think there was some confusion about like whether or not Cardano was suitable to be the place that the stablecoin was built on, and it was like the chain has to have the capacity to freeze and potentially roll back assets in some way. And it's like, you could do that on Cardano, but of course we don't want that. But you could. And so all these other chains that you could also do it in, like, they will do it, right? Lockups and all that jazz. So
yeah, but I don't like this power. This, like, I see their tentacles from the old world, and they're already taking over crypto. And it's like all of us are blind. Like, we're like, yay, BlackRock is here. My fucking shit coin.
How much do you know about USDM?
More than most people. But
I'm saying, like,
we went together to that Cardano thing, and they were there, remember?
Right. And I mean, they're a huge team on Cardano, sort of trying to address the thing that you're talking about. Like, Charles has given them a lot of attention recently as far as like, okay, this is a great product. What can we do? How can we support it? And so there's even talks right now of taking through governance actions and votes.
And there's also the new
money from the Treasury, right, to put into USDM and to support that stablecoin on Cardano, like a native coin. Partly because, we don't have Circle. We don't have. There's so many stories about why we don't. This is, like, at this point, it's like, what's the real story? I have no idea. Like, someone didn't pay someone, or like for some reason we just don't. But we do have other options. Like, we do have IUSD and USDA. We have USDM. We have other coins, right? Like, they're just not as big as these others. And you saw Tether just stop service to a bunch of places. They just decided no more. We're not going to service these chains anymore. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you don't want a centralized like power like that. Like, no, you want decentralized. You want that's at least the philosophy I subscribe to, along with you, because I don't trust. I don't trust. I'm cynical as fuck.
It seems like USDC is sort of just taking over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Well, what's Polly? What's your take? What's your take on USDC from a VeChain standpoint?
yeah, I was going to say about that too. I
Oh,
don't
you're
hear.
muted. I don't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Try to be muted so I don't jump in when I'm not supposed to. When we're getting into this stuff, this is a lot of the stuff that I'm kind of getting into now, you know what I mean? And starting to learn about. And I can tell you in VeChain, the stable coin that we have adopted is a USD Glow. So this is a stable coin that's actually American based, I believe. And they actually are, it's an interesting concept. They actually they take so what they do is they fund public goods and charitable causes through the use of their stable coins. So it's a different approach. This company, Glow Dollar, yeah, I think this is definitely something, and I actually talked to the spokeswoman Lena about this, and I mentioned that it would actually be cool to get her on with us one of these weeks to talk about stable coins and particular Glow. But I do think it's interesting, to hear how important certain people are saying that stable coins are to crypto, and when we think about it, mass adoption and how many people are skeptical of crypto. Obviously, there are certain things that people want to look at that make them feel like it's the Wild West out here, right? So it's an appealing concept to the masses, right? It's one of those things where they see that and they're like, okay, it's not all volatility, right? But there's also that side, to what Razzo's talk about, right? And Rod, if it's not done right and we're not, careful about how it looks, are we just going to be like we talked about a couple weeks ago, opening the door for the powers that be that we're thinking crypto is going to allow us to break away from? And are we just allowing them an opportunity to just slide in and just kind of transition into this, right? So I'd be lying if I said I knew a lot about, stable coins and how this crypto works. This is, this is all new to me. But I think, what we're seeing now is, I think a lot of people are in the same boat as me. And I think a lot of people are going to be learning. So I think, and there you go. There's Glow right there.
Yeah, I wanted to pop it up here, and obviously to continue this conversation of stable coins and some of like these other things that Razzo brought up as well as part of this conversation. I think I'm starting to really like how much VeChain has just doubled down on this, like, do good and you benefit. Like, I love it, dude. It's like, hold on. There's a do good foundation, essentially. It's VeChain's first stable coin. Okay, interesting, right? Like, I didn't know this. I was for certain. I was sure. Oh, well, VeChain is Ethereum based, so must get immediate access to all of that, liquidity and all of that stableness. So cool to see that there is this stable coin channeling treasury revenue into sustainability projects through the V Better DAO. So it is an organically grown stable coin.
Yeah, okay. And it didn't start with VeChain, but it's, joined VeChain. It's on multiple chains out there. And, basically the idea is, you can hold this Glow dollar, right, which is backed by USDC, I believe. I believe that's what it's backed by. And like, if you hold it, they are able to generate some revenue, and they use that revenue to actually re-inject it into sustainability projects, because it's a not-for-profit, I believe, right? So it's operating, and then it also it re-injects value into the V Better DAO as well. So there's kind of like a double, a double bonus here, where you get it involved. Not only are they taking money and putting it into charitable foundations and organizations that you can vote on as well, if we really get into it. Look,
Yeah.
but also it re-injects liquidity back into the VBetter DAO, which, those of us that are following what's going on with the DAO, we're at the point where we're trying to continue making new ways for value to go into Better, and not just people selling the Better, right? And I think that's one of the biggest challenges when you look at crypto is, how do you alleviate sell pressure and actually create value to make people want it to hold that asset, right? I think that's one of the biggest problems you see all over Web3.
Right.
And what's cool, Glow Dollar real quick is also working with other partners that VeChain's connecting with. So we're seeing new projects pop up. We're now seeing a team called Juicy Finance, which is launching a lending protocol, on-chain lending protocol. So now you actually can do lending and borrowing with assets on VeChain. We just had OneChain come in and help build the bridging. So now you're able to bridge over assets from other ecosystems into VeChain. They just announced this week a couple partnerships, Key Rock, and I forget what the other one was, but a couple big ones. So now we're seeing an aim at more decentralization and with a node announcement and another announcement. So there's a lot going on here, but Glow Dollar is certainly one that, like we're talking about, stable coins might be a touchy subject depending on how you look at it. But
sure,
when we think about VeChain, to your point, Rod, and their focus on sustainability and good actions, it seems to be that the partners they're bringing on also have a similar approach. And I could say that because I've gotten a chance to speak with not only the representative from Glow Dollar, but OneChain, the CEO came on. Awesome dude, really cool guy to talk to. He talked with us for 3 hours a couple weeks ago. So it's great. It's great to know that we also have partnerships forming between VeChain and companies that share a similar sort of value set and approach to how they operate.
Heck yeah, dude. And just real quick before I pass it back here to Rod. Well, actually, we're going to take a quick look at Moneta as well, because I think they're both worth exploring in a little detail, and then we'll take it back to Razo's question about where this is all going with Circle and Tether being so big, but then there being these smaller coins that are starting to emerge and that have ecosystems behind them. And I think this aligns very well with what Razo was calling good money the other day. So I think let's really quickly, these are the states that it looks like you are able to issue Glow dollars. So if you're one of these, GG, and I see California there. Are you, I actually, you know what? We can dive into the details later about where everybody's at, but I'm in California, and California is on the list. So good to see.
That's Massachusetts as well. I'm a masshole.
Let's go. So, I like the idea of that it being locally available where we're at, so.
Yeah, I think that we all know it with crypto, the US is the hardest one. Right, it's the most stubborn when accepting anything when it comes to crypto, and now when you're talking about stable coins and actually getting one that they would get in on, I do feel like that's kind of a big deal,
Right? Yeah. No, I agree. Let me remove this thing, and we go back to our setup for a minute. So I'll pop up the Moneta thing in a minute, but pass it back to Razo. What do you think, man? How does this add to your focus as far as stable coins, good, bad, big, USDC, USDT versus little new stable coin issuers with community? And what we talked about was, again, good money versus bad money, because you're doing good things and you're earning. And, I think Cardano to some extent also enables that, like incentivizes good behavior. Doesn't really punish bad behavior, but incentivizes good behavior. It's like awesome. Thoughts?
Well, I love that there's these options that you guys mentioned, but even people in crypto, if you think about it, don't know about them. Like I just learned about gold. It sounds fucking awesome, but no one knows about it. And the people, the most of Americans or most of the world have been conditioned now to believe that crypto is just a scam. So who are they going to trust when they come into crypto? is going to be those who are working with the government, which is USDC, Coinbase, Circle, and BlackRock's. Like those are just names everyone knows that are like, oh, this is going to win. That's why everyone starts investing into other coins like that BlackRock is into, like Ondo financing and um, Aerodrome. That's connected to Coinbase too, because I think they're about to say that a lot of these cryptos are going to be securities, not commodities. So they're going to put them, they can't have them on Coinbase. So they're going to move them to Aerodrome. That's how they're going to make a bunch of money. And they're connected to the stable coin. They're connected to Circle and they're connected to BlackRock. So what I'm seeing here is like a total, they're trying to control the
base, right?
Aerodrome. Yeah. I believe so. Yeah. So I don't know. All that stuff just kind of worries me because I know how BlackRock works. Like when you go to a fucking Target, you think you have options, but you don't really have options. Most of those products there are owned by, and it's always connected to BlackRock. Like Ian Carroll made a whole video breaking this shit down.
Oh
But
yeah, no, that was that's a big one. So my wife, works in food and stuff, and we're always talking about like who owns what, and it's like 6 major companies that own subdivisions of a lot of different things. So at the end of the day, it's like
They own everything.
Yeah, they're just they own you from birth to death, from morning to night. Like we're consumers. We're just
And I just feel like it's my responsibility to like bring this topic up. Like, yeah, it's gonna bring a bunch of money, and I'm in crypto, so obviously this is great for my pocket.
Well, and inflation factors in here too with purchasing power, right? We're over here like seeing the dollar get gutted, going, wait, you want to create stable coins that are backed by that thing that's losing value against Bitcoin right now?
I've been thinking about that. You think it would hurt or help the dollar? Like maybe it will help it like revive it because they're just buying all the what do you call the debt, right? That's how they're backing the USDC. They buy the what you call it, the bonds or
basically crypto is bailing out debt. All the money that's going to go into crypto is going to bail out the debt. Like that's what's happening.
Yeah, and then China's going to be like, "Hey, pay up. What's going on?" And we'll be like, "Well, you got to start letting crypto happen because that's what you're going to get paid in.
You got to buy that debt and stake it, bro."
Wait, so how are people going to get into Cardano ecosystem or the VeChain ecosystem if we don't have USDC? I don't even want it in Cardano. I wish we could just.
I have an answer for you because there is ways of disseminating these tokens. Of course, we already know of POAPs on Ethereum let you capture NFTs that are minted on the fly for events. And so on Cardano, we didn't have POAPs. So what we did was I did it too. Adam Dean and Hosky, they developed proof of onboarding. Shout out Pooh and shout out Hosky. To basically airdrop tokens to people. So you scan a QR code, it triggers a transaction that goes towards your wallet only. So you don't actually have to approve anything. The minute that you scan it, it just triggers that send. Super safe, right? Because UTXO, baby. But the point is, having that ability, then someone like USDM, which is a Cardano native token, can be like, yo, how much are you trying to send to each person who scans that QR code? 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1,000. Because once it's coins, let me send you 7 billion of this, bullshit coin. Then if they're all backed by $1, then that's how much you can send. And I think here the point is USDM, which is the one that I'm thinking about specifically, is backed. Every single dollar is backed, right? So that's kind of the idea. Is like, oh, let me. That's the wrong screen actually. Give me a second.
I need to learn more between the difference between USDC and USDM to see how the mechanics work and why is one better than the other or not.
And I think ultimately for me, all that I know is important is that it holds its peg, right? And so for USDM, you mint it. So approved businesses, business users can mint USDM by depositing USD into the USDM reserve. So there is a reserve already that you put in when you mint this this digital token. And so a decentralized oracle verifies the full backing of USDM, ensuring it is minted only up to the verified available amount in the USDM fiat reserve. So it's like 1 for 1. And so you won't have more. It's just 1 for 1. And that's innovative. It's how it attempts to be a little different than you can just mint more. And you know, I don't know the full impacts of it, to be honest with you, like technologically, or why this was the route that they took. But to redeem USDM for USD, verified users request a burn of their USDM tokens. So that, you know, you do create some, but then you burn some, and so you maintain that stability. Interesting, right? And so anyway, Charles and others have talked about backing USDM with funds from the Treasury if they were to be voted on by the community and approved as a yes. So the conversations are happening, is what I'm saying, on Twitter mainly, where we know Web3 lives, but we're here on YouTube too. I think we're on Twitter too. Are we on Twitter?
Yeah, I got us live on my Twitter right now. Shout out to the people on X. Appreciate
Shout out to the people on X. You know what? I got to do it that next time from like my side computer or something to have the DRMZ crew up here on Twitter too, man. Let's go. Shout out if you're joining us from any of these many locations. So fiat-backed stability, on-chain proof of reserves, seamless Cardano integration, capital efficiency for DeFi. I'm for it. You know what I mean? And I want to do some good and go get some glow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sounds great. And now you're telling me you're paying me in stablecoin? That sounds great, you know? So now, you know, you have the exchanges that are partnered up with them. And there's some media here, some news. And anyway, yeah, dude, check them out. Moneta, USDM. Cardano's premier fiat-backed stablecoin, and shout out to the homie
No one's paying us for anything. We're just talking.
Yeah, well, and shout out to the homies at Cardano Over Coffee. You talk about this a lot, and I know that they will be at Rare Evo, so we can go up and talk to them about, hey, you know, we want to know more, and maybe they'll hop on camera with us. Who knows? Who knows? It's gonna get crazy at Rare Evo, people. I'm excited. I can't wait to be there. And the three of us will be there. I believe Rick is also planning on being there. So yeah, let's keep it rocking.
Yeah, and come up to me and talk to me about BlackRock and Coinbase and Circle. I went after all the top dogs, huh?
And what if somebody just came up to you
and I said they're already owned? Oh shit, we're in trouble, son.
Somebody came up to you and just gave you a BlackRock.
Here's your BlackRock.
There you go. As a bit like symbolic, you know what I mean? They're just like, here. And you're like, what?
The end of true decentralization right here, bro. Satoshi runs hard through my veins, son. I don't know what to tell you.
Satoshi Naka. Who do you think Satoshi is? Shall we dive into that now?
I have no idea.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't looked too much at that history or care that much about it, to be honest. I'm like, leave the mystery. I like the mystery.
Bet it's Charles.
Dude, honestly, okay. Damn, Charles is he old enough? Me and Charles are.
No, it's not him.
He's younger than me.
Oh yeah. Am I younger than you?
39.
Oh yeah. I think I might be a few weeks from Charles, like age-wise. I'm 38.
Carnivore Charles.
Me too, 38 in the house.
If I run into Charles, like, bro, I gotta get you in the carnivore, son.
I gotta get on that carnivore diet, man. It did you some good. So yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Oh man, I just pissed off all the vegans too. God damn.
Hey, just cut out the carbs. That's the key. Just cut out the carbs.
Oh yeah.
And dating a vegan.
Especially here in the US, man. Our bread here is garbage. You gotta get rid of that nonsense.
Especially that white bread. And the multi-grain is good, but then you get all that like shit stuck in your teeth. It just kind of annoys me.
I like it. You mentioned BlackRock, and it was funny because earlier, I think it was today, it was announced, or yesterday, VeChain announced KeyRock became a validator, and the first thing I thought of was is this another name for a BlackRock entity? I have no friggin' clue. But apparently VeChain had they got a BitGo announcement, and KeyRock has become a masternode validator.
Oh, okay.
So
How much did they have to lock up, Polly?
oh, a master node is about 15 million vet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
My measly what is it, stellar one is not looking very
Well, the master nodes, there's only 101 of these, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a bunch of nodes, but those are the big dogs.
Sick.
That's a big time investment. So, in a matter of days, BitGo was announced as a partner. And then the announcement with KeyRock, so there's really some big stuff happening. VeChain's really trying to position themselves, to be in a position where adopting and bringing in institutional investors it's been a focus of theirs, but now we're really starting to see some of these shoes and start to drop where big dogs are really jumping in.
Right.
And people are getting excited, with the V Better DAO going on, and something that we keep hearing about. Sustainability is going to be a massive focus financially in the coming decades, where this could be a multi-trillion dollar industry. So having the institutional backing, having MiCA compliance, compliance has been a massive focus on them, making sure, obviously getting a USD glow that's accepted in the US, the on-chain bridging. So I'm excited about what you guys going at Cardano, but when you look, I know we have two chains here that are sort of like, they're taking a different approach, right? You have the Cardano, which respectfully is really focusing on the tech, the community, the decentralization. VeChain's trying to tackle what they're trying to do through decentralization, but they're really trying to hit like the financial sector, right? The business entities, the enterprises, where I kind of envision it like VeChain is bringing the businesses and Cardano can bring the people, which I think is cool. I love that about Web3 is you have this choice, as we talked about, not one chain is going to do everything. There's going to be different areas for who you are and what you're about. So right. It's really exciting for what these two chains are kind of working towards in their own way.
Right. Yeah, I agree, and I couldn't agree more that there's synergy there. Like I'm telling, I could totally see myself asking now a Web3 native, do X work, and do you accept USDM, Glow, or USDC? You know what I mean? Like it's just you can pay in any of them, and that opens up. Look, I sometimes get crypto and I end up like moving it into NFTs or other tokens that I like, or ecosystems to support ecosystems that I'm a part of, or it ends up remaining delegated to the stake pool long term. But yeah, it's just cool to be able to then move into other tokens and to have the like VeChain's NFTs I know are growing. I've seen what the V Better DAO is becoming. That thing's impressive. So no, it's just I think it's there's a lot here that we could start to do. Going back to Razo's point, maybe here's a little moment where you can shine on that good money, Razo. Tell us how to get it, because then we see the mirrors now to what VeChain is doing with V Better DAO and how that is an echo. But then I would say Socius on Cardano is like a big social impact, also like Hey Mover, and not surprised, right? They're based in Japan, which is very eco-friendly, is doing a lot of green tech and stuff. So it's cool to see these different groups everywhere. But you got the bad money breakdown to good money.
I mean, I love what Be Better DAO is doing. It's cool. You get paid to do nice things in the world, or just to be a better person. Like, how cool would it be if the whole world sort of worked like that? That's pretty much what I mean by good money. But instead, we have money that's controlled by a few people and that's printed out of debt. And it's a magic trick. It's a magic trick that only works because we're all sort of blind to how it works, because it sounds complicated, because they use this fancy lingo that most people just don't speak. But it's not that hard to understand. We're creating money out of debt. We're basically playing Monopoly, and there's only a few players controlling all the cards. And we have something, at the same time, we have something like Cardano and VeChain and Be Better DAO, where you get rewarded. Like, yeah, right now it's just digital fake money, if you want to think about it that way, right? But
So was Bitcoin.
it's a whole new way of thinking about how we can do economics. And I don't know, maybe if there's aliens out there, you guys believe there's aliens out there?
Yeah, there's
I heard they're on a spaceship that's going to get here in November. Did you hear that?
Oh, the big rock? No, the big
Yeah,
rock. That's a whole thing. Yeah.
But okay, so these guys, do you
Yeah.
think that they do money the same way that we do? You think they gave all that control to a few?
What if they're like hive mind?
Dead?
What if they don't need? They're just hive mind,
Well, yeah, even in our own planet, look at ants. Look, they sacrifice their lives just to grab a piece of crumbs, and they work as a colony. They do everything for the betterment of the colony, and no one really gets paid, right? So we humans are the only creatures that are playing with money. It's just a tool that we invented. Like for evolution, for billions and billions of years, the only currency that existed in the world, in the universe, is energy. And then we came up with this idea of money, which is pretty fucking useful because we need to be able to trade microphones for shirts. So we need money because we need something in between that we all agree has value so that we can trade. But who controls it and how all that works and how it's distributed, that's all nonsense. And at the same time, you got Be Better DAO. You can get paid for doing nice things. So my idea of good money is like, instead of bad money where it's controlled by a few, created from debt, good money is created by the many and created out of value. And that just, once you think about the world in that way, imagine a crypto that did that. Think of all the problems in the world that you care about and not try to see them through the lens of good versus bad money and how that could be fixed. What if we as a community got to vote on Cardano for things that we want to see in the world? Why are teachers not getting paid enough? Why are nurses not getting paid enough? Like, what the hell is going on? And we got AI and robots coming our way. The economy is about to fall out. We got fucking Trompito and Putin and Marizdiajo over here starting a fucking genocide. And at the same time, you got Be Better DAO and Cardano. We can vote in there. We can have identity in there. It's all decentralized. It's all private. But yeah, no, we keep doing this dumb shit. And it's time to wake up people because we want the Epstein files, but they're not going to give them to us, these assholes. And now BlackRock and these putos are coming into
what
our
files,
world.
Razo? What files? What are you talking about? There's no files.
Our world, and they're trying to control it. And I think it's my job to warn everyone about this because I know how this shit works.
Yeah.
And we got to wake up the people. We can't complicate things. And I love that you guys are here because you guys sort of, I get crazy, and then you guys bring it back down, and then you ambassador the shit out of your coins.
Bro,
this is great. Our viewership's skyrocketing right now. This is great. People are loving it, Razo.
I love a world where I am somehow the sort of non-radical like individual.
I'm radical about love, dude. I am radical about compassion, and I'm radical about like deep understanding and creative new work. That makes me radical, and fuck you.
Absolutely. No, listen. Crypto, philosophy and poetry, romance. I mean, all the things that you need in this life. Like, those are the things that we're about in this channel. Yes, we're the Cross-Chain Crypto Council, but crypto is just one of those things that facilitates for us life. And I really like this idea, like you're saying, like, let's do good in the world. Let's create value. Now, I have a problem for you. I wonder how you will address this. And this is one for you too, Paulie. I'm like, because I don't know how I would answer this either. We know based on these crypto cycles that all of these tokens will boop and then good, right? So, I mean, does it put us into this weird rhythm now where we have to live with those pumps and dumps as just part of the reality that we know is going to happen? And so we ride those waves and we become surfers of the digital crypto world. I'm for it, but at the same time, like, what if I'm working my ass off for like all these tokens, right? Just for them to one day get gutted because some whales sold or, a bunch of people exited the ecosystem. What happens then? Like, just a thought, because it happens with communities left and right where you're like, I put value in here. I thought that was going to grow, sustain itself, like whatever, even merit me more community. But nope, the community's gone too, right? So, thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think it's a fair point, and I think I think if you look at crypto, in most communities, especially smaller ones, right? There's a lot of threats for things like that. And I think part of that is the size of the community. I think, the point of decentralization, right? It's like the distribution of to many so that, there's not consolidation in too many places. And it's hard to have, less consolidation when there's not that many people, So I do think we are kind of victims of this so long as the masses, for the most part, are still not here. I think what we will see as mass adoption begins to happen is there will be points where there will be big sell-offs. The people that have big holdings will sell what they're holding, and we will see dips. But then I think as more people start to come in and less people are holding the huge bags, you'll start to see more of a stability, right, with some of these tokens. And I don't think, to touch, we'll go back to VeChain, right? What they're trying to do now, they're implementing new things like staking, lock staking in the VBetter DAO, where if you actually lock your Better tokens up, you can get rewards for it. So they're actually trying to
increase rewards, or yes, higher. Okay,
right. You get it's like staking, and you get rewards for it, and you can still vote, right? So you can still do what you were going to do with your tokens. You're just saying, I'm not going to sell it for this amount of time, right? So trying to create an incentive for holding, which it reduces sell pressure, which keeps the a little bit of stability, right? It's not perfect, it's not going to fix it, but it's one of several things you're going to see, like lending protocols. Now we've got lending protocols where now people can borrow, and so you're adding use cases for tokens. The more use cases that come in, the more things people can do with the token besides selling it, right? So I think we're still early in crypto. There's still a lot that has to happen, especially in these smaller ecosystems. There's going to have to be a lot of maturation that comes, and I think that's naturally going to happen as we see integration of enterprises, of more people coming in and utilizing it, of businesses seeing an opportunity to come in and say, I see a way that I can utilize this and build a community, and make it. I think that's going to be the challenge ultimately, is getting to a point where there's really a reason to hold this thing and not just sell it, right? Other than just, I'm waiting for it to hit a point and that's where I'm going to dump it. Once we can get past that, which has been most of crypto up till now, it will be a concern, but I think we will get past it. But there's going to be some ups and downs while we get there.
If I may, before we toss it back to Razo, I think that there will be some communities where like that value is immediately visible and even sustained long term, but then over time all things fade, right? All things. Maybe not Bitcoin, maybe yes Bitcoin. I don't know. We'll wait another 100 or so years until the final Bitcoin is mined, but then it only gets more scarce. So maybe it's the thing that endures forever. But then you have things popping up that can give it DeFi value and other ways to now, like you said, stake it and hold it long term, and don't liquidate it back to some other asset. Just keep it, hold it. Incentivized holding is like, look, I never wanted to lock up my money in a bank. IRAs or long-term, nah, no thank you. But I hold crypto and stake it, fucking diamond hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? The psychology is simply, I think, what Razo was saying. It's so different. And we know ever since that Genesis block, 2008, 2009, like, hey, we got something new here. And the dude from the video that we linked, I forget what his name was. He was talking about how it started off in this very like romantic way, and how maybe it's lost its way, and where it eventually will decline. I don't think so. I disagree, but obviously I'm not an expert like he is in his field. Just as an outsider who is a little bit good at the critical thinking thing for myself, I think we reach a point of normalization, like the Forex. There's fluctuation in the Forex day in, day out. but it's not these fucking volatile, like 80% drops that we all just tank and then buy the dip, baby, buy the dip. I think we stabilize. And then maybe it is because so many people are moving in and out of certain tokens that we get this normalizing wave of just crypto becomes this. That's just how we pay each other. That's just how we do things. Beyond that, that's how we communicate with each other. Because if you just saw what Base is doing with that app, basically any of your posts are a token. Like any of your messages become a token in this new app DApp world that Base is building. And we could pop that up and sort of look at it a little bit too. I was just looking into it because I was watching the Brian Armstrong interview after I saw the Charles interview, and with Sean. What's his name? Sean. Shit, I'll pull it up.
Big? No.
He's got a huge channel. Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, yeah, you know who he is. Drawing a blank, but he was talking in there about a lot of these things and sort of what their role has been and what their role would be in the near future. They're going to custody a majority of the assets because of how Coinbase is setting itself up there. So that's interesting. It's good to keep up with. Yeah.
Well, you said Base, and when you say Base now, I just think about BlackRock, bro.
Oh, snap.
But you're right. You guys are right, though. We are early into the crypto universe. Most people don't know how to use it. It's going to be too complicated. They still don't know what the hell's going on.
Not if we have a say, right? That's where we come in and we say we will help to educate.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point. So I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that you guys are letting me get crazy with you guys. And it's a crazy world, man. Crypto's about to change a lot of things. And the fluctuations, you can't. Jesus said you can't love money and love God. It's like some people come into crypto for the message, like me, and other people just come here for the profits, right? They don't care what they're investing in. They're not here to really learn about Cardano to the point that it's gonna make them some money. They're not here to learn about what VeChain and BetterDAO can do for them.
A lot of these people, money is God. Money is God to them, Razo.
Right? Money is our one true God. And that's why money is the thing that unites everyone. So if we can try to get our money right, and if I can bother you guys long enough to get it, then we can focus on the actual demon that lies at the foundation of our society. And
money.
I'm glad that we're here to talk about these subjects. And I'm just gonna make it my mission to talk about money and crypto at all levels, not just in making money level, which I get it. We all got to make our money because this is our reality. But it's like,
that's right.
But also we got to talk about it in a spiritual level and what it means for our world and how we can update our world. Like, why start to question these governments we have? They said they failed us, even with genocide. They said never again, and it's happening again. I never thought this would see. I would see fucking people dying in the screen, starving and shit, and no one gives a fuck. This is our world, man. And if we get our money right, we can change all that because these people control the money. And they don't care that they inflate the money and they print our valuable work away. They don't care. They just care about because they own everything. So then it takes more shitty dollars to buy the property that they own. So they love inflation. And this is our reality. It's just cold and dark, and it's just doggy-eat world. And maybe by hearing these cool things that Cardano's working on and VeChain's working on, it will allow people to see, oh, wait, there is this new technology. There's this new tool that allows us to truly decentralize power once and for all, because only a few people are running and playing this monopoly game right now, in my opinion.
Yo, on that note, I just got to tell one of the metrics that I love about Cardano, and this is, of course, a contested metric because people always got to find something to complain about. But the fact that it has been running for as long as it's been running nonstop, and that it is, based on the Edinburgh Index, the most decentralized, if not one of the most decentralized. I'm like, fucking love it, because you can run a small stake pool operation, and running the node itself is very easy. It's actually delegation that is the hardest to come by. So anyone who's out there holding some ADA, I'm going to use our cool little banner feature here. Stake with Dreams stake pool, baby. I'm rocking the shirt right now. DRMZ. And yeah. System of a Down. We'll tear it down with dreams. It always starts that way. Dream the revolution, and then you make it happen. I think I agree with the need for change. I like that it incentivizes autonomy and the creation of, again, I don't have to overcomplicate how I pay someone or how I like. Even those Coinbase commercials, if you've seen them recently, they're very like, hey, this person's trying to pay you and you're making it really hard for them to pay you. So can you just accept some crypto now and then we're all happy? Yeah, great. And I end up using a lot of those videos in my classes at the college. I teach at the college.
And they're good. They're powerful.
Yeah.
Getting to what I'm saying, and yeah.
Well, and the one where it's like they have the casing of the Bitcoin, and then they're like, if you were to do this in fiat, it'd be like this many. And then then there's the big this many. And then behind it is like this looming shadow of just all the way they have deflated the value of the US dollar. Anyway, so I end up using those in class to teach students a little bit about this conversation. Inflation, money, right? They ask about marketing, branding, becoming financially sustainable, or as artists wanting to sustain an artistic life. They're like, what the hell can I do to pay my way through? Or if I don't have grants or funds or scholarships of any kind, I'm like, there's Web3. Like, it's out there. People are building businesses. It's like the early 90s when the internet came around, and like you're seeing it happen. Like we can go back to that Be Better DAO page and you can see all the small businesses that have emerged, or you can look at all of the NFT projects and all of the
games and
even the meme coins. All of it, if you really think about it, is like small companies, small businesses that are specializing in XYZ. Oh, you're a meme coin? Cool. We know what you're going to deliver. The memes nonstop, the GMs on Twitter, the GIFs or GIFs, I don't know, the animations, right? Like all of the
real artists, any musician and rock star and stuff like that, they're gonna have like NFTs to be closer to their communities. And
dude, there's already just the fact that someone has already sold like one song for 1 Bitcoin. I'm like, because that's and you know what? Maybe they make millions more off of obviously like big hits and big streams and all that. But you're telling me, as an artist, you can produce a song that's sold for 1 Bitcoin? Shit, I'll go produce 10 more. Like, I'll fucking devote my time to just that's what I do now, right? And anyway, just cool new tools that empower the community. And if we can give a little bit of this literacy by teaching about it really well in a cool way, because we know learning has to be fun and engaging, and we have the tools to make learning fun and engaging with Web3. But people are sort of stuck on, I want to teach you about crypto instead of using crypto and about, like really dive into the, so when we do our meetups, we do the onboarding, we walk people through, set them up with wallets, like send ADA their way, show them how to stake. And at the very least, they're very comfortable with what the ecosystem is, how to secure their key, all that jazz, like the important stuff. Here you go. Now, you could walk away and be like, this ain't for me. Cool. Or you could be like, shit, I'm in. Like, let's go. This team helped me out. Others will help me out. Let's go. And I know when we meet at Rare Evil, for example, like communities, man, we mix, man. When I met Polly, I didn't know him at all. I spent like 2 minutes talking to him at the booth. I was like, I fucking love this guy. I was like, likes to change info. And then here we are just a few years later, like doing more stuff after a lot of YouTube Twitter back and forth support, right? Like I do the ministry. He does Polly TV shows. He does like, you got like 3 of them, right, Polly?
I got the VeChain Cafe Wednesdays and Vibing with VeChain on Mondays. So I got 2, but I'm active in all types.
Yeah, you do another one that I've seen you on.
Well, I've been on the Sunday space, which isn't my space, but I'm
Okay.
usually on the On-Chain Smokers on Sundays, which is just a
That-
bunch of buddies. I'm almost
That's where I
always
see
there.
you.
Yeah.
Just because I'm usually prepping just before ministry on Sundays, Cardano ministry on Sundays, and so I'm like, I'll just kind of pop into spaces and listen passively while I work and prep, and so
If there's a VeChain space going on, I'm almost always there. I really try to make it a point to at least listen in, right? I might not have a chance to talk, but I try to listen.
Now, yeah, dude, I love it, dude. You again from who I met there at that table that many years ago now to like what you've done in the ecosystem, dude. You are the man, sir.
Well, I gotta tell you, man, like that meeting at NFTXLV, I was passionate about the community, but I would be in spaces, but I was just kind of like, I was just poly T, right? Just in there. And that meeting, that chance to get to see, what you guys had going on in Cardano and also to be a part of what we as the VeChain community, a small group, we all went out, we all were manning one single booth, right? And we're all like working together. It was just such a great experience, and it actually motivated me. I was like, you know what? This was I can do more. And I want to do more, and that was actually what catapulted me into launching the spaces I've done. And, through the bear market, it's been tough, right, to keep going. But, I've taken pride in trying to be someone who creates a space for people to come in, have fun conversation, keep things light, keep things engaging while we were trying to get out of that nonsense. And to the VeChain community's credit and the VFam, they embraced it. They've been a huge part of it. And I'm really grateful to be a part of seeing our community come out of the other side of this better than it was before. I can honestly say that.
Yeah, no, 100. And Razo is going to be there this year for the first time. Razo, right?
Yeah, I've never been to a crypto convention. I'm so excited. Hopefully, I can run to Charles so I can bother him about good money.
Oh, we definitely are going to run into Charles because Charles, as we know, is going to be there giving a keynote. And beyond that, like Charles is just one of those dudes that is so generous with his time. And I constantly praise him for that. Like I know people like hate on him or whatever. Everyone's got drama with him, whatever. Anytime I've ever met the guy, he's working his ass off. He's giving time to the people that he does not have to give them. He literally every booth, stopped by every single booth at CNFTCon and the first Rare Evo that we went to, NFTLV, and then Rare Evo, of course, as well. But it's like, dude, he's just in the community, there with the people. Say what you will, but you cannot. That man grinds. That man works, and despite all he's done, has remained very humble. I know people are like, he's Hugh Burster, he's this. And I'm like, dude, he's a billionaire. Stop. Like he doesn't have to mingle with the plebs, but here he is, actually, like joining the community, bringing more engagement, bringing more. He just brings more. And when you see what he gets involved with outside of crypto, I'm a fan of that too. I'm like, dude, go exploring for shit. Like go with the bison, go with the health clinic, go with all these things he's just passionate about. So hey, I'm for it, man. I got people who got big dreams and work to achieve them. You have my admiration.
And he's part of the Ron Paul revolution, like I was, baby.
There you go. See,
I'm his elder, bro.
You know your own. So the event itself, Rare Evo, just for those of you that do not know, Rare Evo will be held August 6th through the 10th. There is a pretty packed agenda. It's going to be insane. You got
come party with me.
What's that?
Come party with me.
Yeah, we're definitely going to party. It's always a fun time. Tons of great sponsors, tons of great partnerships.
Look at that.
It's going to be so fun.
But let me see these again. What we got here? What do I want to talk? Oh, Internet Computer? Hell yeah. Want to talk
so input, output, shout out. Internet Computer, I like them. I'm looking into their site. Oh yeah. Well, ThorChain's fun. ThorChain's cool. Edge Wallet always touts them as being really awesome for a lot of cross-chain and stuff.
Brave integrated Cardano, right? When they can integrate some.
if you have Brave browser, if you've been using it, if you had been using it by the time that they took the snapshot, then you would be receiving Midnight tokens for your Brave use. Yes.
I get Brave tokens.
Ooh.
Yeah, then you're going to get some Midnight tokens for those Brave tokens or equivalent. Or I forget. I don't know how they're going to weigh them, but you're going to get some if you were in the Brave ecosystem, partly because of that partnership that Charles cut with them, with Midnight and all that. Cardano Foundation, Algorand Foundation. Algorand, also another cool one.
He's the founding father of graphic. He's the Algorand guy, right? What's his name?
He did. Was he the one that invented? No, the guy who invented the free Wi-Fi on trains or some shit. I forget what it was. But
yeah, just Algorand's one of those that I think his Cardano and VeChain have always kind of intermingled with. Right there, there's that with HBAR as well. You know, I think it'll be cool to get to meet some of the Algo fam for sure.
And HBAR too. I want to meet more of the homies, and I know you said you know some folks over at HBAR. So conversations shall be had.
Smart places.
Smart places, yeah, they're cool. I love. I own some plots of land. Full disclosure, and their token is immersive VR AR. It's cool. Sneck, shout out Sneck, yo, mega shout out to Sneck. Did you know? Where were they listed? Take a guess. Sneck was just listed in a major exchange, a centralized exchange. And they have a stadium in the LA area, formerly known as the Staples Center.
It's crypto.com, correct?
Now known as crypto.com Arena. Crypto.com just added the Sneck. So shout out to that team, bro. They're working their asses off. That's a major exchange that just added them. I stopped using crypto.com a while back because they weren't really super supportive of Cardano. Like you can get the token in there, but they had no native tokens at all. And even withdrawing from that platform felt a little bit like, I don't know. I'm going back now that they're starting to service some of the native tokens on Cardano. So again, shout out Snick for trailblazing.
Is that World Mobile I see down there?
That is World Mobile. Yeah. So we got. Well, first of all, hold on. You skipped Iagon.
I said it earlier.
That's some D-pin right there. Do you guys have D-pin on VeChain, Polly? Is there some D-pin going on? Private infrastructure.
There are that associated with the V Better DAO. Yeah, we have a few projects. You know, oh god, one is Nubilla came on. They have data. They have weather data collection going on. We have SolarWise is a team that actually has solar farms that you are actually able to. You could buy a solar farm and then get better rewards for the electricity it's generating. They've got farms in a few locations around the world now. So there's a few projects on VeChain for sure, and it's going to be something I imagine is only going to grow.
Sick. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Iagon's kind of carrying right now, along with World Mobile over here on the Cardano side for D-pin. And Iagon, we purchased, DRMZ purchased the Iagon node. So we'll be getting one of those cyclones very soon, and we'll be mining IAG. So delegators to DRMZ will be earning some IAG as we just reward them from what we get from the node, basically. So fun stuff. Midnight, of course, the ZK on Cardano, and it's a partner chain built by IOHK. Input output.
Questions. Get ready, Midnight.
Yeah, I'm so hyped, dude. People are like confused about what was going to be the relationship between Midnight and Cardano, and I'm like, bro, it's Ouroboros. It's Ouroboros. It's the snake right here. That's what it is, and it's the security protocol at the base layer of Cardano. That also powers what are those chains on Polkadot? Parachains, if I'm not mistaken. We do have Reflect was doing some gaming stuff, some immersive character scans last time. I'm not sure what Genus.ai is doing. Do you know anything about them, anybody?
AI.
All right, well, we'll find out. World Mobile, again, dope. WagMe Games sounds fun. FP Block. Well, cool.
I was gonna say WagMe Games. My buddy Keela loves WagMe Games. Definitely, it sounds like they got some cool stuff going on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they got.
And here's the thing: if we don't know you that well right now, as we're looking at your logo, we're gonna go to your booth, and we're gonna meet with you and mingle and chat and get to know you and all that jazz. So I'm excited. FP Block, and then Smobler, Stand with Crypto. Yo, shout out Stand with Crypto for all of their governance related activities out there. There's a lot of people that have been doing just great work on the ground, going to Washington, just setting up workshops in their own state, just rocking the Stand with Crypto. You know what? Hold on.
Sappy Seals, Min Swap. I'm getting excited for some of the Book.io down there. That's a game changer, no?
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'm
Stop
confused
playing
about
with me.
Book.io.
Stop playing with me like I don't frequent these events. Stop playing with Stand with Crypto, baby.
Nice.
That's the Cali Bear standing with crypto. And shout out to Miss Nifty, who set up that particular event and has been repping for California for sure. Ergo, I've heard a lot of good things about Ergo. I know that they there's a bridge actually, the Ergo Cardano bridge, so you can go back and forth between those. I've heard only good things, and I am definitely planning on stopping by to chat with them. Hyperledger, killing it. That's all I can say. I didn't know much about it until everyone was like, "Did you see that Hyperledger thing?" And it's already like up here. So I'm like, "Well, I'm not paying attention now." Enjoy your gains, people. Shapeshift. Don't know Shapeshift, but looking forward to meeting them. Sky Mavis, same. Star Atlas has a sick game, so definitely want to go and check them out. Marathon Digital Holdings. I like that. It's got like a Nipsey Hussle essence to it. I love it. Axie Infinity, bro. That's the Axie shit? They're back. Okay, weren't they gone for a little bit? Maybe I got that wrong. Min Swap, number one. As far as I think TVL on Cardano, it's like the biggest decks that we have. Sappy Seals, if you know, I'm guessing. I don't know this one. Do you know this one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Book, shout out Book.io, love it. Now Stuff.io, but Book.
I was gonna ask. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's Book is just the book the front face. It's the Amazon Books, but like they have Amazon as well. It's like
But if I purchase Book, I don't have to do a bridge or something, do I?
No, there is no more Book token. Now it's the Stuff token, but it was bridged. So people who had Book token had to get Stuff, or were given an equal replacement or whatever, and then you can
check on that.
Yeah, M Labs. Shout out M Labs. I'm not sure who this one is. This little creature here, TN. Alchemix, Last. See, there's a lot of brands here that I'm not fully aware of who they are. And pardon my ignorance here, people. I do have a day job.
Chain, JPEG Store.
Great players.
Yeah, Chain. I'm actually going to message him and find out who's going to be there. I'm assuming their CEO Temujin won't be there, but who knows? If he is, that'll be cool. We'll get a chance to talk with him.
Let's go chat. Yo, and honestly, anybody who wants to, if you're watching and you know people who might want to do an interview or something live, we're going to be planning on doing something like this in person. We'll have Rick with us, we believe, along with some other friends, so we can do a full-on show live from Rare Evo. That'll be a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing some giveaways because we do have some starch to give away, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I think we're going to give away some by the end of this episode. I'll let Polly decide how to run that, actually. So maybe because you're running the Twitter, if you want to just pull a winner, maybe a few winners, we give away some starch. I've got some codes that I can give away, and you can go and claim them. I'll show you how to do it in just a minute. And that'd be kind of a fun way of getting this week going, because once we're going this week, man, we're going to be all over the place. It's going to be so fun.
Well, that'll be their Cardano wire, right? We should just say, hey, go down in the comments in my live stream link and put in the comments your Cardano wallet, and we'll check and see when we're getting ready to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, and it's not. We're not going to airdrop it to them to the wallet. They're going to have to go claim it, but that means that they will have to have a Cardano wallet set up. So maybe explain that part. Like if you win, set up a Cardano wallet, you'll go and claim it. It's super easy, but it's this cool new delivery system that Starch is basically the L2 that Abstract Potato is building on Cardano, and it's going to offer very efficient transactions. And this is a great example of what he's building is this giveaway, sort of like you load your tokens into a gift card, and then you give the gift card type of thing, and it can be claimed. So we'll get to that. So anyway, maybe you run it in the Twitter thing, and we'll pick a winner. We've got JPG Store, the number one place where people can get NFTs on Cardano. We got Maya, we got Barrel File, and Moonwell. Any Wall. Don't know what this one is, but looks cool. Looks like a little like a little grill, right? Where you kind of cook something. Maybe it's food related. That'd be awesome. Vi Finance, another DEX on Cardano. IQ AI, don't know them. I'm gonna have to look into some of these AI projects because I'm usually pretty caught up on some of that AI stuff. These must have escaped my scans. XRP Cafe, let's go. We're missing the homie Rick today, but yeah, XRP Cafe, man, let's go. What did you say, Razo?
Rick is gonna be excited.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got Bank Coin. Shout out Bank. Girl, they're gonna do a sick party. I believe it's the first day of the convention. So we're obviously gonna go. I do believe you have to be a holder. But anyway, we'll get there. We'll see you there at the event. It's gonna be fun. We got Crypto Chips. Don't know who they are, but looking forward to meeting you guys. The Ape Society. Interesting. There's an interesting relationship there with Cardano and the Ape Society, but good to see that they're still in the ecosystem and succeeding. Each community is just always filled with great people who want to build. So I don't usually decry the project, even if I don't agree with whatever. There's a lot of drama that happened in the early days. And Ape Society leaving was one of the biggest, like, what? But I see that they've thrived, and that's awesome. Definity, FlexPoint Studios. We got, not sure what this one is. Looks kind of
Zelda.
Like that's like a pyramid, like a Mayan pyramid, but it's got
Illuminati, bro. The Illuminati's coming to this bitch.
And it's a solar ray. What the hell? I want to go meet this.
After me.
Who you are, but I'm down. Cornucopias, let's go. That's Razo all day. Metaverse, let's go.
I don't even play games, but
I know, but you're just banking on what's coming. Socius is the do good. I'd say they're like the closest thing to the V Better DAO sustainability, like impact thing on Cardano.
Oh, really? Nice.
And they have a fund for doing good. Actually, I wonder if there would be a cross collaboration effort there between someone doing something on VeChain and Cardano.
It's like conscious society.
Listen, I'm giving away the alpha, people. Someone's gonna have to go do it or join us, and we do it. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of people here. God damn.
Yeah, we got 96 people in the room. Yo, Polly, man, my man, killing it.
No, I mean a lot of people are going to the convention.
I don't know if that's live or how many have just tuned in general. I still don't understand how this thing works. Let's just pretend there's 96 people here. Hey guys, let's go.
All 6,000 of you. We've got Whimsy. We got Rebud. Yo, Rebud. Let me just say real quick. If you are a holder of the Rebud NFT, you're getting a box of goodies. It's going to be epic. Whimsy looks house related, so maybe a real world asset tokenization related. Shout out Husky, the worthless dog, worthless dog. The biggest rug pull ever, self-proclaimed. That's the purpose of just the, but they did kind of develop poo a little bit. Husky developed poo, right? It's great. We've got NVA VeChain NFTs. What's NVA?
That's Mad V Apes. That's the one everyone knows.
I have one of those.
Yeah.
I own a Let me pull it up. Actually,
They have multiple. Did I hook you up with one of those, or you got one? I'm trying to remember which collection you got. I don't know if it was the Elemental or the Phoenix.
hold up.
I didn't realize they were going to be there. I'm curious to see who's going to be out there representing. I hope it's One Little Dude. Shout out One Little Dude.
Yo, what? Where's my shit? Why can't I find my monkey?
Been on for over an hour.
That's different. All right, I gotta look for it.
Yeah.
I believe you. Yeah, no, MVA's they've been the NFT project that everyone's always thought of with VeChain. They're considered the blue chip.
They had a side profile one, right? And then they had the I think you did hook me up with one of those.
Yeah, I think that's the Elementals. I think that's the female collection. It was like their third collection, I think.
Because I do see the sagas that you sent to me, so it would be in the same wallet, I imagine.
Right. Yep.
But I remember I had to sign in somewhere to go see that ape. I had to go maybe V World or something like that.
Well, the V World wallet is the wallet, right? That's the VeChain wallet.
Okay, hold on. I just remember having to go somewhere to see this monkey.
Remember, we're streaming.
Oh, well, you might have had to go to World of V, the World of V account, but yeah,
we've been for like an hour. How long is this paint, bro? We're just gonna go over everyone that's gonna be there.
Oh, we're almost done. We're
talking about BlackRock, and now you're like,
boom, DC Spark, way up.
You got Clay Nation.
Tech for Inc. Clay Nation just put out that cool new video with Good Charlotte. Let's go. Also, Good Charlotte is back. Let's fucking go.
Hey, that was shout out to oh my god. What's the team you guys got over there? They oh my god. They had the bass player from Good Charlotte a couple years ago was involved in what they got virtually made. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there was an NFT. Billy Martin is the No, his name is Paul. Paul was the bass player.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, Virtually Made Studios. That's with oh god.
Is that Veggiemates?
Yes. Yeah, okay. And he helped make the music for that project. That's right, because I got a chance to interview him in my show like a year ago.
Sick. Oh, the friend will be there. Friends. It's all about the friendship. Friendship was the purpose. Handle, shout out Handle. They're doing some cool shit. Honestly, some really cool shit. They got the helmet that's coming up, and they actually we're giving away some stuff for. I gotta give those away for DRMZ. We have some whitelist giveaways for the helmet. So actually, we'll give one away this Sunday at the ministry. We'll give all of them away this Sunday at the ministry. How about that? Join us Sunday at the ministry. We're giving away all the whitelist that we got for the Handle mint that's coming up. Hops on Cardano is the I think they're also partnering to do the beer event that happens. So that's going to be sick.
That's cool.
Shout out to them.
Cool project.
Yeah. Introverts. Epoch Pool. Ooh, look at that. We got a stake pool up here. Damn, we should have put our shit up here. We should look into how much it costs to sponsor. So that's dope. Blitz is a game. Endmaker, shout out them. Dogepond, don't know them. Clarity, shout out to the governance groups. And Bees Hive is another great one that I know. I don't know these other ones, but yeah, man, look, these are the whoa, Robert Kennedy's gonna be there. All right, who else? All of these speakers. Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, but anyway, Razo, looking forward to seeing your experience at this very first one. I think you're gonna enjoy it. I think it'll be interesting to see just what comes out of it. You know, it's the first time that I think it's a transition year. It feels like, you know, or a transition moment. It's not a year, but it's been longer. But like I'm saying, the first one was post-COVID. So we're like kind of coming out of that whole thing. The next one was, it felt like just getting its grounding. It's like, you know, the swell is building. And then I feel like this one, a lot of people have left. A lot of new people have entered. And so it's like this weird, some OGs and some newbies, and it's going to be interesting. And so I'm looking forward to it. I want to see Anybody who wants to come and chat with me, I'll be the guy rocking this thing, my ministry cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch me wearing the cut. That's how you'll be able to spot me. And we'll be chilling with cross-chain homies, right? Polly, Razzo, Rick, Drew. We're gonna be hanging, so it's gonna be fun.
Well, and just a little preview, because I was on J Chain's show earlier today, and he's going to be hanging out with us. And I think his plan is, because he's been repping V Chain and everything lately, and I think he's planning on actually doing a Cleanify event in Vegas that Friday. So we might get a chance to go out, earn some better doing a Cleanify. He's going to get pizza and stuff for people. So we'll get a chance to hang out with guys. The J Chains, they saw some cool people like Dyla on that list there for speakers. So who knows what kind of personalities we're going to get to meet, teams. But I know that, we've got connections with people from all over Web3. And I think it's going to be really fun for us to kind of connect with them all and get to meet in person. Thinking back to how XLV was when me and you met, we had never even spoken before, right? So imagine if we had never met and now we were about to meet for the first time after all our engagement. It's like, holy shit, we're it's going to be a lot of fun, and we've come a long way in the last couple of years, so I'm looking forward to it.
Agreed. As far as I think we are kind of coming up on what would be the end of our show. We got
quick TA really quick, tell you what's going to happen, make a quick prediction and get out of here.
Yeah, I think we should close it with that. So great chat, looking at all this stuff. People, we got a lot of crazy stuff happening in the ecosystem. We're going to throw up the TA so Razzo can guide us through.
We got the lines. I'm going to keep it simple. So right now we're just bouncing between this support right here, this 1 hour support. We just actually had like a little fake out. Look how we hit it. And it came down. So if we lose this, that's going to suck, bro, because we're going to go all the way to this green line right here, which is the old support from all the support we've been building. And then there's this daily right here, too. So we would come down here. But I don't think that's what's happening. This looks like a fake out to me.
What's the lowest we go if it's not a fake out?
That's like 110,000 to 109,800 or something. But this looks like a fake out to me. You see this? It just happened right now where we were on stream. I was telling you that Bitcoin was dumping. But you see how it's being bought up like right away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you see these kinds of wicks, that's a good sign that we're about to pump. So here it is. So we're either going to break right now and we're going to fall all the way over here, or this is a fake out. We're going to recover. It's going to come back here, and then hopefully we can take out this line right here. I think that's when the altcoin season starts, when we take out this origin level, because you see how the price came here and then boom, keeps like failing, boom. It's just, so once we break out of here, I think that the altcoin season is gonna start for sure, man. And you can also see it on the Bitcoin dominance, which makes me more confident, because let me go into the like a weekly in here or a daily. This is Bitcoin dominance, right? We had this line forever. I showed you guys it's on my X. We almost came right up to it right here, and then we started failing. So it's either, and this green line right here has been holding it down. But let's say we go to that other, if Bitcoin drops more, we're probably gonna hit this yellow line. But right now this 4 is holding it pretty nicely. So if we go below this right here, the structure, yeah, it's on. That's when the altcoin season starts, basically. Right below here.
So did we?
Right
okay,
here.
so did Bitcoin already max out its dominance? Does it ever touch that top trend line or no?
It never did. I mean, that was my theory, but it didn't happen. And right now it looks like it almost happened. That was far.
But has it before? I'm saying, like, cyclically.
Well, every time we got that resistance here, because my whole plan this bull run is because this was one bull run, right? And we came all the way to down here, and then the dominance came back and created this 2 points.
But it did touch it. But it did touch it.
Well, no, but this is when I got created, so I didn't know this before this happened. But this, oh shit, sorry. But I was hoping that this resistance would predict what would happen in the future, and look, it almost did, but it didn't quite hit it. But now the move is collapsing. We're like we're destroying all the structure right here, and just the way Bitcoin looks, I think it's on, man. I think once we get above this white line right here,
Yeah.
we're gonna get some of these crazy candles.
Wait, pull it back a little bit. I want to see or compare it to that previous the previous cycle.
Oh, this is Bitcoin. You're talking about dominance?
Yeah, the dominance.
Oh.
The one that you just showed a minute ago.
Yeah. This?
Yeah, but go back to the previous one where it did touch. Okay, right there. See how it got close to where you're saying like it was near a top and then it kind of started dipping for a little while and then it touched it was on the second one. So like right below the word dominance, right below the E is where you see it finally touch that little right there. Boom. Now, what if where we're at is the previous little hump, that little high where it never quite touched? And then we go down, 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 and then it goes up and touches, and then it's real altcoin season. No?
Maybe.
Is that possible?
Well, usually the way this thing works is just goes to the extreme. But you're saying it's gonna come back here again?
Yeah. What if that's what it does? No? Is that possible?
If it does, I'm gonna guess that Bitcoin's about to dump.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not the TA guy, so I'm just over here hypothesizing about possibilities.
That's what I'm saying. Bitcoin's either gonna rip right now, or we're gonna go back to this yellow line right here. Like I'm
got it.
So if this doesn't hold where we're at right now, then we're gonna dump down, and yeah, maybe we will hit that line after all. But yeah, that's what the tarot cards are saying, guys. These tarot lines.
Let's go. So
not financial advice, baby.
Yeah, NFA, do your homework, but definitely learn from TA people and learn about market cycles and learn about Bitcoin cycles. And there's people who claim to be able to pinpoint the very moment that it will. And I think this is the closest that I would dare say I could, predict something like that. Is like Razzo's doing the hard line work that gives you those exact numbers and figures. And there's a science to it. So much respect to all of you that learned it.
Look at this wick, though, man. I think this was a fake out to grab some liquidity. Because if I go, you can't see my other website. But I was gonna show you something else, but I didn't go to it. But yeah, you see this wick right here, this John Wick.
You
see how this shit just got bought up? That's a good sign. When you see these long wicks, that means the price is gonna move in that direction. Look at all the other whips around here. There's nothing like this big right now.
Right.
That's a good sign so far. So that might be bottom right there. And good thing because I got in a long after getting destroyed once, but
well,
yeah.
And so what does that mean for Cardano and VeChain and maybe XRP if we can have a quick overview?
Well, again, when the dominance starts dropping, my plan is to I don't know how high Bitcoin or Cardano or any of these things are going to go. So I'm looking at the dominance as a guess. Because look, when it came down here, bull run was over. And then the next bull run, was a bull run. And when we got here, the bull run was over. So whenever this price gets to here or around here, I think it's going to be time to start taking profits. Once we start getting near here, I'm probably going to start telling people, hey, guys, I'm starting to take profits now. So I'm not really thinking about how high it's going to go. I'm looking at this, or at least it's going to be time to go back into Bitcoin, right? If you're in altcoins, when this happens, you want to go back into Bitcoin at least to protect your money. If you want to stay in Bitcoin or whatever, you get dollars. But that's my plan. So yeah, maybe people can tune in because I don't know anyone else that's doing it like this.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
That's my plan. It could change in the future, but right now it's my plan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, fellas. Shall we call it a day?
Yeah, I think it's been a good one, man.
People are watching.
Say again, Raza?
People are actually watching this?
Hey, man. We're cute.
Uh-oh.
It's you know what it is? It's just people trying to find community, and Polly has built up a pretty strong community.
Damn,
and if any of our folks are out here watching too, man, we appreciate you being here. If you are mainly on VeChain and you like what you're hearing here, then obviously keep coming back through, and we're going to keep building this out. It's the CrossChainCouncil, and we would love to have people on, actually. So if some of you want to chit-chat, you want to join us up here for the banter, let us know, man. Polly can get us the info. We can send out invites. set up some AMAs, interviews, stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to Rare Evo this coming week, so we can plan a lot of that out.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to meet with the Wan Chain, reps there, and maybe see if a team like Wan Chain would like to come and join us up here. Certainly like to talk with Lena with Glow Dollar to see about if they'd be interested in joining a chat on here, and we could talk stable coins in general and crypto. Lena's a degen at heart, so I think Rare Evo is going to be a great opportunity for us to connect with people. Give them an idea of what we got going on, see if any of them are, would be interested in joining, even if it's, a once in a while or, one-time thing, right? We don't need to be hiring people for full-time gigs here or anything, you know what I mean? But I think, going back way back earlier, Razo, we were talking about a lot of people out there don't really know what's going on here, and I think that's what I'm really excited about with this space, this show, is our ability to actually have these conversations and not only educate others, but we're getting educated from each other, right? And then we can take that back to our communities. I think that's the value of doing cross chain, and I really look forward to continuing this down the road, getting more educated myself, because as I've said, self-admittedly, I need it. There's a lot of stuff I need to learn, and I'm excited. You gentlemen are super knowledgeable, so really looking forward to learning from each other and getting a chance to talk with other people and engage in fun conversations.
And on that education front, I'll just conclude my portion here by saying that we got some really cool stuff brewing up right now. So we just finished a whole rebrand of DRMZ. So we got a new logo. Shout out Ryan Ninja Nasty for the work. And beyond that, we're going to be putting out some educational content on the Cardano side, but happy to do some VeChain stuff. And if you think there are some projects specifically that could use like academic support or educational materials, that's what I do. So let's link up and give them some cool content. What I was going to say as far as this exciting idea that's coming is DRMZ is partnering up with a cool graphic artist on Cardano, who's a cross-chain artist. He's going to be exploring different ecosystems, but dropping some educational content very soon with some cool artwork. So I'll just say, go check out Mad Jacket, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So with that, we want to thank you guys for being here, all 6,000 of you that joined us today. And I hope that you are all holding some Cardano and holding some VeChain. If you're holding some Cardano, I hope you're staking it with dreams. It's all NFA, we know, but when you believe in something, I hope that you have the courage to learn about it. That's all. Sometimes people look away because, they're just, things are scary, things are new. It's happening a lot with AI right now. And I see people like me who leaned in. We're like, we're going to learn this shit. This new discourse has emerged. And then many people were looking away like, oh, this will fade away. I think crypto has taken on that same essence. There's plenty of people who wanted to kill it, wanted it to go away. And it did go away in terms of perception in the eyes of everyone who all of a sudden went towards the AI. Like, I never took my eyes off crypto, Cardano, VeChain, none of it. But I saw eyes and I'm no longer coding in Solidity. I'm going to go and learn OpenAI stuff. Okay. Right. New agentic flows, all that. We did that too, but we stayed within the ecosystem because we wanted to. And I think that there's the moment for crypto is coming. I know Razzle painted a good picture with those charts. I think the moment's coming, and the transition will be, I think, different than what's come before. I don't know exactly how different, but I feel like, again, more stability is at the end of this particular journey. It's still going to drop, right? We're still going to have the cycles. I'm not saying those are going away, but some projects may just find strong footing, is what I'm saying. And I have a lot of confidence Cardano will be very strong by the end of this cycle. I think VeChain too. Bitcoin, of course. I think Ethereum will remain top 5, like always, because why would it not? There's so much being built there, layer 2s and all that. And then we'll see which of the smaller ones just rise to the top to take the place of the ones that fall off. Story as old as time, right? Cool.
Nice. I would just like to read a quote before we go, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So Mr. Buckmeister Fuller says, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." And I think that's exactly what crypto is doing right now.
1000%. What a quote. What a quote. Make that technology obsolete. Yep. And it became obsolete a little while back. Now we're just building
it's
on top
easy. It's easy to say something needs to stop, but if you don't have an alternative to it, what the hell do you expect people to do? Like people are like, well, if there's something better, point it in my direction. Otherwise, you're just kind of old man yelling at clouds.
I feel so much better with crypto. Imagine if crypto didn't exist, and right now we see our economy and all this collapsing, right? Like, I don't think people realize what the gameplay is, but BRICS, which is Brazil, with China, Iran, and India, right?
Russia.
They are dumping the US dollar while they're buying gold. They're all doing it. That's their plan. They're trying to destroy us in any way they can, right? So I think it's time for us to flip the game. Why are we trying to play their game? Because our leaders have failed us, man. It's time to think outside of the box because freedom.
Yeah, it's the moments now, man. Age of Autonomy is a great book. The Age of Autonomy. It's very short, but it's got great content as far as AI, blockchain, robotics, IoT, and cryptocurrencies, and how they all sort of synergize into this new age of autonomy. And that's just what it sounds like. What you just said, man. We got to go out there and do it ourselves. It's the Thanos moment. You got to go grab the glove, go grab the stones. I'll do this shit myself then. But not by myself, with the homies.
We are inevitable.
Save us from ourselves.
Yeah. But okay. So then let's call it. Oh no, you know what? Probably giveaway. Can we run it?
What?
Yeah, I don't think anyone commented. Hang on.
Oh well, boo then.
Mine.
If they didn't, it's all good. I'm not super eager to just give these away to anybody. They have to be desired.
Yeah, you know what? Show up Sunday night for the Cardano Ministry. Get in there. We'll be previewing. I'll try and get in there. You start your space at like 10:30 at night. I gotta be up at 6:30. You're killing me, dude.
Oh, we have a time difference. Yeah,
I'm on East Coast.
Yeah,
I'll try to pop in for the meeting this week. I'll try to make it in.
No pressure, man. I know you're busy. We're all over the ecosystem. No pressure.
My problem is I work at 6:30 in the morning. So it's like you're starting maybe 8 hours before I have to be at work. So it's a tough. But hey,
time slots in general are so tough. You don't want to compete with people, but the Sunday kind of time slot just stuck. And we used to run it 8 p.m. to like fucking 2 in the morning type of shit. So
I remember that was the
COVID days.
It was 7:20 your time because it was like 4:20 my time, and I was like, "This is great." Or no, it was maybe I forget what it was. Yeah, well, no, it was 4:20 your time.
Oh, we did do some 4:20 episodes.
Yeah, that was when I started. Was your 4:20 because it was 7:20 my time. Like I can manage this.
I can do 4:20 spaces again.
Let's go. If you do, I'll be in there, man.
Okay. All right. I'll think about it. This is great.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
Get out of here, fellas.
Let's get out of here. Much pleasure, everybody. Let me see if I can see us out with this cool outro.
Oh shit.
Nope, we won't be right back. That's the one.
Hearts, baby, hearts.
Oh, hearts. See you later.
Bye.